What's up, Libra? Welcome to your reading. I just want to let you know that I've cleared the space and invited source and angels and guides of light and love to come through with clear messages for you today, but I've filtered out any negative energies or energies that are not here to lead you on your highest path in accordance to your own soul's will. So let's get it. We'll just go right in and see what energies want to pop out, and we'll clarify that and see what all you need to hear today. Libra, what needs to come through for Libra? Hi, Miss Brother. Oh, interesting. We have the Magician and Five of Cups, which are pretty like as opposite of the spectrum as you can kind of get. The Magician is one of great new beginnings, huge potential and magic and divine connection, and like the ultimate space of like huge manifestations, like a really powerful place. But it's in battle with the Five of Cups, which is, I'm like, especially right now, I'm picking up a lot of despair, like these feelings of I'm not enough, I'm not worth it, like really deep, it's a lack of self-love, and it's being filled with fear. Why is the Five of Cups here so strong? I can tell that your spirit, your soul is so beautiful and powerful. This fear is really at battle with it right now. So much so that it's coming up like, the way it's coming up is almost like an even match, which means you've maybe let this fear and self-judgment and despair build to kind of an unhealthy place, Libra, which is also part of our divine paths at times. I'm not trying to put it on you. Trust me, I've been there. I just want to help you get out of it. Oh, yeah, that would do it. So, in your past, I can't tell if it's recent or not. I'm kind of getting that it was maybe a while ago. You had a really strong divine love connection that, like, it's definitely divine. Like, you felt called to it, they felt called to it, the energies were bussing. You had overwhelming desire and passion, and like this connection brought you a lot of like support and perseverance and inspiration and motivation. Someone turned away from their emotions though. It's like it felt like y'all were both in it so deep, and I think that because of like your real strong connection to magic and to your sense of like, some people it can be real hard to like feel when they're clicked into like their center, like when you're like moving and it's hitting just right and you feel it like this is divine, this is meant to be. That was true about this connection, and you felt that so strongly, and you were sure they felt that just as strongly as you. And I think they did on a certain level, in a certain realm, but they didn't have the strength to really surrender to it the way you did. And in the end, they ended up turning away from their emotions towards a place of not total truth, and they decided they're gonna go off on their own. I don't know if they ghosted you or if it was just like we were there and then at some point paths diverted and they chose a different direction. But I'm feeling like this was maybe a while ago in your past, because right around the corner is a new love offering with like total, like this is another divine connection, like a soul connection, another soulmate. Maybe you've been in a period of really long, like, that was my soulmate, they walked away, and like I felt that connection that I'll never get to feel again. And trust me, I've been there where it's like you just feel like you're blocked from the universe, and it's like, damn, I can't catch a crush. Like, I can't even catch a little crush on someone. It's so like no other energies are resonating the way that one did. And that's true. Nobody's gonna resonate the way that one did, but there are other soulmates out there to make contact with, and one is in your near future. I think, yeah, this was definitely in your past because it's had a lot of time to build and grow. And I feel for you because it's kind of strong. Something needs to come in between these two. How can we help Libra heal this wound? How can we help Libra heal this wound? Because you have such potent power. Wow. I ain't gonna lie, you got some really heavy energies in your field. This is good. So your heartbreak is coming up again. It's definitely in the past, but it's still just like, it's unresolved. It's just still really present within you, even though it was in the past, and it does need rebalance. And the only way to find that balance is through self-reflection and self-solitude. You've been in a state of like, you've been surrendering some to self-pity, and kind of like, because you know you were wronged, bro. Like, you know someone, like, you know what you felt, and you know what was here and what was present, and you know they felt it too on some level, and it just feels like a major betrayal that they turned away from that. But the thing is, like, we are all on our own paths, and we all have free will, and it's real hard not to take that shit personal on some level. But it truly is a reflection of them and where they are, like, the capacity that they're willing to be in terms of vulnerability with themselves. And it can be real painful because it's like, we shared this though. Like, it was both of us. It wasn't just yours to turn away from. But at the end of the day, they are the, like, creators of their own life. And if they needed to turn away or felt like they needed to turn away, they have to go through that. And maybe they're only dragging stuff for themselves, but sometimes that's just how it has to be. And so finding alternate perspectives to look at that from, and find like a sense of compassion and empathy for people that they just aren't they aren't able, they don't have the current capacity to go there with you. And it really hurts because you know what the potential was and you were ready, and you can't do it without them. But it's time to stop letting that kill you, quite honestly. And we have the devil here in reverse, which is a sign of finding clarity in the deceptions that you were prey to. It's like they there was some, I don't know, like, I don't know if I want to use the word dishonesty, because I don't know that they explicitly lied to you, but they didn't live their fullest truth, obviously, in this connection. And as I said, you're like gaining awareness of that, but now you're in a period of freeing yourself from that. Like, I think you were probably falling prey to some self-judgment and stuff of like, how did I not see that? How did I not pick up on that? How did I let it go that deep? And you're learning to release that because it's not serving you. You're releasing that through a change in perspective. A new mindset is coming to the forefront for you. Let's go deeper in this new mindset, this new clarity that you're achieving. I'm gonna go in with this deck. What is this new mindset that Libra is uncovering? What are the steps to take to further uncover it? Wow, you have a lot coming in. It's a real change of scenery right now. Wow. I just want to bathe in this for a minute. This feels really good. This feels mad good. So you're coming into a time of like a really open, beautiful heart space. We have the sun here, which is like the ultimate success card. It's like a sign of like a huge yes. If you had like a question going into this reading or something, the answer is yes. And it's followed by the Ten of Cups, which is fulfillment of everything. It's literally everything. It's like full potential in love, and like fulfillment, sense of purpose, self-worth, just alignment with your divine path, and like the total unlocking of it is coming in for you like real strong. We have Three of Pentacles, which is like you've been in a period of planting seeds and like growing it, and like real intense focus on that. And it's like now you're stepping into a period of like just let it blossom. Like you can kind of take your hands off of it, step back a little, relax a little, like go with the flow a little. You don't have to watch this seed literally sprout. Like that's kind of just making it bashful and want to take longer to sprout, you know what I'm saying? And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is like a brand new beginning in terms of, I think it's a new beginning in love. And yeah, as I said, I forgot, you have this love connection coming in. A really, like, this is going to be a really beautiful connection. And I know it's going to be hard to trust that after this past one, because it's like you felt that then, and then like they turned away. And I mean, everyone has free will. I can't promise that you know, it's not about like a forever with someone. It's not about like this person will never betray me, this person will never go into their own path and like divert from ours. I can't promise that. I'm not going to, but I do know that this is a big yes to step into this connection with full capacity of love, full openness. You know, each moment is a new moment, and I know it's easy to function based off of our past traumas, and that feels real smart at sometimes, but this is a sign that it's okay to indulge in your emotions and follow your heart. And it's balanced with the Hermit. You are following a guidance that you definitely feel intuitively. I can tell you have a real strong sense of this, like with the Magician being your first card, and like you definitely have a strong connection to your internal compass, and that's serving you real well, and to like balance out like not letting you fall too deep into your emotions. Like, you have your own internal compass to follow, and as long as that's like lighting up and resonating, you know that you're on your path and that you're moving accordingly. And it's so funny that the Hermit came up directly followed by the Star, because the Star is what the Hermit is following. Like, so the Hermit is always portrayed with this little lantern that's lighting up, and he's on his solo journey, and he's following the Star, which is like connection to the divine and like guidance and your internal compass, and that is the Star that follows. So you are very much guided right now, and you're very much tuned in, and you have like just surrendered to that trust. It's really serving you well, and you're on a real, like, a beautiful journey, especially compared to what you've just been through. You definitely deserve this. Please let go of this sense of shame that you don't, because you do. I want to go in with this deck now, see what else has to come up for Libra. Oh, these are just such, like, this feels so good. You got a lot on the other side, my girl, my boy, my person, whoever you are. It's a lot that's here. This is saying you're not starting all the way over. That must be how you feel. It's like, oh, I came so far and it was for nothing, and now I have to start all the way over. It's like, no, don't look at it like that. That's not what this is. You are starting a new beginning, but you are like evolved into a whole new being than what you were at the start of that journey. You know, like, it is a new beginning, but it's not you starting all the way over. You've come so far and you're just going farther. And like, disappointment's gonna come up. These journeys, especially the ones with the most potential to unlock, are always like, they have some difficult terrain in them. Like, that's what makes the accomplishment and the success and the potential and the abundance unlocked at the end so like fulfilling, is that it's like, I worked for this shit, like, I went through it for this, and it feels so good. It feels like a miracle to finally be here. Like, I did that shit. You can look back and say I did that, but it's just saying, like, know that disappointment is gonna arise. Don't let that discourage you and knock you back into phase one. Just expect it. Know that, don't try to plot out what the disappointment's gonna be or nothing like that. It's not about that. It's about just like, know that some shit's gonna come up, and you're gonna have the strength right here to follow it and to back it and to overcome it. Trust that you have the strength. You have ultimate strength. And then I feel like this is a little gesture towards your lover that's here, that is here to support you too, like, to compliment. Like, know that you have the self-strength to endure these disappointments, these tough terrains, and you have someone to support you through it, and it's only leading to full potential, full success, and a beautiful connection, one that's fueled by passion and desire and like real deal spirit, like a sense of like, I'm invested type of energy. Let's, just for fun, we could do a relationship spread of your new lover that's coming in. I don't know if you've met them at all yet, but if you have, maybe this will clarify for you who it is, or just give you something to look forward to, or like being able to recognize them when they come in a little better. So So I'm gonna do you, your lover, shadow dynamic, illuminated dynamic. Who is Libra's new lover? What are the vibes? Libra, lover. Now this is interesting. Can't say I was expecting this. Maybe the terrain might be a little tougher than we were even anticipating. Because they definitely, like, this really fiery energy was popping up, and I was reading that as, like, relentless support, which in a sense it is, but it's like, so your lover is showing up as the Panther, which is like, they will not, they can be, it's a lot of, it's just like a lot of passion, which is why it was coming up so strong. And you just have to be careful with that, because like it's necessary, and they're coming into your life for a reason, because they're like not letting you stay in a place of stagnancy or like not evolving. And so that energy can be real helpful and necessary, especially at times where, so what's showing up is your illuminated dynamic is the rabbit, which is a fear-based energy. And it's kind of like, yeah, you definitely are just still carrying some real deep energies. And I don't know if it's like, because you show up as the stingray, you got the magician leading your shit, like you're definitely tuned in. But I think there's even more here, like maybe from perhaps like past lifetimes and stuff. It's like you have a lot on your plate in this lifetime, and somehow between the two of y'all, you're letting the rabbit be the illuminated dynamic at a point when this comes in as like difficult terrain. And it's kind of like those like fear-based thoughts where it's like, oh no, what if this happens? Oh, this could happen. And I feel like it's definitely connected to your past trauma from the connection before. It's like, oh, this happened in the last relationship, so then this is the next thing that's gonna happen, and then it's gonna spiral down into this. And it's just like, don't give those thoughts so much power, because that's literally creating your reality. Like, if you're scared that's gonna happen in this relationship and you're bringing your old shit into this new one, like that's what's gonna happen. And I think that's why your counterpart is having to show up with such like almost ferocious energy, because I think your lover like is acknowledging, like they're seeing this in some part, and they're like, no, Libra, like you can't let that dictate us. But you're showing up as the stingray, which is a really well aligned and connected emotional creature that is like, honestly, I want to see what this book has to say about the stingray real quick, because this card is very rare to come up in my past readings, and I feel like there's more to it. Yeah, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's a pivotal moment for you in terms of self-growth, and it's like you're developing your sense of self and confidence right now. And it's like this new connection is here for a reason, and I think it's gonna be hugely helpful to have this, like, it's coming up as a real loud, almost aggressive energy, but it's like you know when you need that, because otherwise you're just gonna be stuck. And it's like you need something to really give that extra push out, and they see you where you're at. So I feel like this is a good balance, because this is a crossroads for you, and it's like This moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, unfamiliar. Otherwise, this dilemma will surface again and again. So you're just in a really sensitive, pivotal time. So beware of this, letting this rabbit energy like take the forefront in y'all's dynamic. I don't think this lover will let you, which is good. They're not gonna let that dominate y'all. And in y'all's shadow dynamic, you have the octopus, which is one of like, you have like, y'all have healthy intentions, but y'all don't have healthy sense of boundary. And so it's like, I understand why this is coming up. You just have a lot within you right now, some real deep stuff, and it's, I don't believe it's all yours, but it's all yours to transmute in this lifetime. And you need, like, it's really good that you have this support coming in, and it's really great that they are they have such like power to navigate this. But this is just a really strong call to like the octopus. This card says like they have good intentions, and they feel like to love and share love is to like share relentlessly, and like it's almost like a sense of like oversharing, and to like that may feel like a sense of closeness, and it may feel really good to like share all your trauma and like put it on the table. And there's a way you can do that with healthy boundaries, but you just have to be like really keep that shit in check so that you're not dumping nothing on your lover. You're like building a new support system that is clear and healthy and like has boundaries, so that you can actually use that support system through this, not so that you can just dump everything into it and then taint the connection in a way that it won't be helpful anymore, you know? So it's just like, it's basically like this gift is coming in from the universe of this new love connection, and you just have to have like really strong awareness with it, because you're simply dealing with a lot of heavy energy right now. And it's so good to have this support, but it's so easy to let it get ugly in a way that you don't want it to. So just really keep yourself in check and balance, and keep coming back to your solidarity like when you need to, and cleanse regularly, and let this connection support you, but not don't jump into it. Okay, you got this, Libra. This is a lot of really heavy energy, like I can feel it, but I know you got it, and I like trust that this support is on the way, and like there's a lot of potential. There's like really beautiful blessings here on the other side. I hope that these messages resonated with you, and if they did, please like, comment, subscribe, whatever, so that I know that I'm hitting actual energies and I can continue to make space and time to deliver more messages. Namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Peace.